Laurence Saunders, who plays Tom in Ascension.
Hello.
How do you get involved in the project?
How did I get involved? Well, basically one of the other actors that was working on it, Jackie, plays Annie, she got in touch with me to say that she'd seen the script for the film, and she thought it was great, and would I be interested as a part of it? You know, that she thought I'd be, you know, might be interested in playing. So so she put me in touch with Dave, who who wrote it, obviously, and is the producer, one of the producers. And so that's kind of how I got involved.
Yeah, that's great. What can you tell us about your character, Tom?
Well, about Tom, well, he is. I think humans kind of have this. Human beings have this remarkable capacity to survive and get on with things, and Tom's like that. And despite the fact that they're living in this time of, well, a kind of post-apocalyptic world that they're living in, and the time of huge change and horror, I suppose, and terror, he gets on with things and is, you know, fairly easygoing and good-humoured, really, which is interesting given everything that the world's been through, I think. I mean, there are other sides to him as well, but I mean, that's kind of what the character of Tom is like. I mean, I don't want to say too much about what goes on in the film, but yeah, so that's in a nutshell, that's what it's like.
What scene have you enjoyed filming the most?
Oh wow, what scene have I don't know really. You know, I've really enjoyed everything we've done so far. I mean, there's been we've done some really interesting stuff. I think what we're trying to capture, and what everyone, James and Dave and Gary and everyone is trying to capture is ambitious, pretty ambitious. There's been some great stuff on the hillside, on the wind-swept, snowy wasteland that we were on yesterday. That's going to look, hopefully, it's going to look really good. Yeah. And so, I think I like the scenes that I've enjoyed the most are the ones. Well, I mean, it's different things, because there's ones at the start of the story where you think you've got an idea of what's going on, and then there's things that happen that kind of that just twist that. And so I've enjoyed those scenes really. Yeah. Because you know, they're nice, especially as that's what I'm going to say.
That's cool. So what do you think for you sets Ascension apart from other zombie films?
Well, I think when I read it, what it made me think of, or what set it apart was that it's about, although you know the zombies make an appearance and that's the world that we're in, it's about the people, the characters that inhabit that world, and it's kind of, it asks a lot of questions, you know, around the idea of, you know, what it is that makes, you know, essentially good people do things that we could view as, you know, that you view as perhaps extreme, or you know, what makes people do things like that, you know. So reading it made me think of all sorts of things. It made me think of, in some ways, of something like the Holocaust, you know, and what went on in Nazi Germany in the 30s. You know, clearly the architects of that were not good people, but there's a lot of people that would have been involved that essentially were normal, had families, were, you know, and how do people rationalise that kind of thing? And so for me it posed questions like that, and that's what really made me set it apart for me, and, you know, and the way the characters interact with each other. You know, it's not just about, you know, zombies and people, you know, run for it. It's not about that. It's about the relationships between people and their relation and ideas of family and community and society, really.
So it's something a bit different, a bit more intellectual.
Yeah, I think so. But also, definitely, and there's a real intelligence there behind it. But also the kind of visceral emotional response that you have to it, and that we have, you know, to to each other as humans. So it's quite a long answer.
Yeah, well, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for your time.
No, thank you.
And you can
Thank
catch Lawrence in Ascension whenever it's
Yes.
out.